Howdy folks. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and teach you guys how to install a newer Pioneer DVD deck. This is a Pioneer AVH 270BT, I believe. I'll look at the box, make sure that's correct. But I looked online and on YouTube and I couldn't find anything that was clear and precise like usual. So this may look like a mess, but I'm just going to go ahead and break it down for those who are beginners like myself who don't know much about wiring. But I went ahead and did it. It was a breeze. Real nice and easy, simple installation. So as not to make things confusing, you do not need a bypass kit if you plan to watch DVDs and CDs or DVDs mainly while you're driving. You can just do it a cheap and easy way. It's free, you know, but it looks kind of sketchy, kind of ghetto. Okay, but let's go over the basics. What you're going to get is you're going to get a plug-in harness from the factory or from the Pioneer company, or you know, whoever makes the plug-in harness for the stereo you buy. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get a plug-in harness, then you're going to get what in my case I got a MKIV Jetta harness. And so it goes from the stereo or the DVD deck to the factory plug-in harness, plugs into the DVD deck. You splice your wires into the MKIV Jetta harness, and this plug right here plugs into the factory harness. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what you want to do is you take your CD or DVD stereo face, you take the factory harness from Pioneer, Kenwood, Clarion, whatever, take the wires, color coded, and then you mesh them up, splice them onto the wires from the MKIV aftermarket harness that you purchase online. That will plug in to your factory harness. Okay, so from the stereo to your MKIV aftermarket harness, you color code the wires. Okay, so like for example, I got green going to green, I got yellow going to yellow, I got white going to white, and so on. Very simple. Splice. In some cases you may want to use electrical tape. I don't have to be real clean and precise here, I don't think. I mean, I'll zip tie when I'm through, make it look nicer, but that's about it. Okay, now what you're gonna find is your car or your DVD player isn't going to come on when the car's in park or in motion. So what you're going to need to install is a toggle switch. I don't know how I figured this out. I looked it up on YouTube. I wasn't quite sure as to how people were doing it, but to make it a little bit easier on you guys. Okay, so with the harness that I got from Pioneer, the harness that plugs into here, it's a light green wire that's used for the parking brake. Okay, a light green wire. It's extremely long. That is the main wire of concern here. Okay, what you want to do, okay, so see here the light green wires plugged into the Pioneer plug. What you want to do is you want to get a here, let me unplug this. You want to take it from the Pioneer harness and you want to get a little connector like this. Okay, splice into that connector. Okay, and on your toggle switch you have supply volts on AC, and then you have earth to ground. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take it from the Pioneer harness and then plug this one into on AC. Okay, on AC. Now you're also going to get from the factory harness, you're going to get this blue and white wire. Okay, it's used for the remote. It's not very long, so I took some more of this light green wire. Please don't get that confused. They provided me with a lot of light green wire. I mean, that parking wire, it's like 4 feet long. So I cut it, extended it from the blue white wire, which is the remote, and then I applied it to supply volts. Okay, using the same kind of connector. Now, earth to ground. I took some more light green wire since I had a lot, plugged it into earth ground. Let's follow it around here. Okay, I tapped it into the ground that goes to the MKIV aftermarket harness. Okay? And then also the Pioneer factory plug has a ground. So basically what you do is you connect these two together. You just basically roll them up with your fingers, put it in a splice, and then crimp it. Okay? So you crimp it onto this. So basically you have two wires going on one side, and then it's coming out with just the black ground wire on this side. Okay? So the colors, simple as that. Hopefully that makes a little more sense. Now the only thing you have to concern yourself is with this red wire. Basically it's power on wire. You run it underneath your panels here. Okay, these panels are real easy to take off. And then you got another panel underneath. It's a steel panel underneath this plastic panel. Okay, it comes off with 4 Torx bolts, the metal panel underneath here. And you'll see where your fuses connect to. You're gonna wanna go ahead and connect that red wire to the far left bolt. It's a far left fuse. It's indicated with a yellow sticker. You take off that bolt and then splice the wire, or you don't even splice it. You basically take off the bolt, put the wire up in there, and then plug the bolt back in. Tighten the bolt, and then you got a constant power source, okay? So that's about it. Sorry I can't show you that part, but hopefully that makes a little more sense, guys. And I'll have my stereo installed and show you here in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the key on. Let's see if this works. Okay, so it's loading up. Oh man, such cheesy graphics. I feel like I'm at Chuck E. Cheese playing a game from 1992. Okay, so let's get my source here. I think I click on menu, disk. Okay, you see my little toggle light switch come on. And the reason why we have to install this little toggle switch, I'll show you. You do not have to spend 15 bucks. Okay, there you go. Switch it on and you get viewing video source while driving is strictly prohibited. To view video, and again, this is why you have to install the switch. Please press OK to confirm that the vehicle is parked and that the parking brake has been applied, released, and applied. Okay, so that's what where the switch comes in handy, is because you can turn it off, turn it on, and turn it off. Like you're raising this parking brake, pulling it down, or pushing it down, and then pulling it back up. Okay, on, off, on, and that's what this switch does. On, off, on. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So I can press OK now. And watch, I'm gonna turn down the parking brake. I'm gonna start the car. Let's start the car. Oh shoot. Okay, I'm sorry. I should have started the car to begin with. Alright, well let's see if it starts with the car started. The video. Just gonna John Wayne this video and gonna go in there and just tear up the place. Alright, enough of that. Okay, so here we go. So I gotta turn it on, apply the brake, release the brake, and apply it again. So, brake applied. Brake down. Brake applied again. It lets me press OK this time. Bing. So I can go driving. Yeehaw! So I'm driving right now, okay? So the video's still on. Now another cool thing is, I just keep the toggle switch up in this little empty area right here. And when I'm through with it, okay, when I'm through with it, this will I'll just plug that back in. No one's the wiser, okay? So I got my cool little stereo, watching some John Wayne. Okay, cool, over and out. Hope this helps. Ask me any questions that you guys might have, and we'll go from there. Hopefully I helped you out. Bye.